Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this lovely, lovely Monday night. Hopefully you all had a wonderful New Year's holiday season and also a Christmas holiday if you're just tuning in for the first time since the holiday season began right around late December. Back in action tonight, the 360 Sprint Car Series, the JSRL Sim Racing League 360 Sprint Car Series, taking on Lanier National Speedway here tonight, as they will be looking to go qualifying momentarily. Currently atop of that field, we're seeing that a lot of the drivers here tonight, you're going to see some new faces as well as the drivers that you've seen out there before. Drivers such as Ray Farlow, Bruce Jones, among the few of the drivers. And they're looking to get ready to go qualifying momentarily here. Here's what the track information looks like here tonight at Lanier. This 0.3 of a mile track, they're going to have 78 degrees in the air, 55% humidity, partly cloudy, and a track condition of 104 degrees out there, folks. That is a cooking track. And the drivers are beginning to make their way towards the end of pit road, where they will look to head out for their best qualifying attempt here tonight. And if you tuned in for the first couple races, folks, Joseph Palmore winning at Irwindale, Ray Farlow winning at Five Flags. This is week number 3 of the series. And, of course, up top of the series, none other than the man himself, Ray Farlow, currently tied with Joseph Palmore up front, though. And about 9 points back in third, Brad Spittle is just hanging on to that third position slot as Corey Davis back in fourth and Bruce Jones rounding out the top 5 in the series points. First guy out on the track here tonight as he makes his way. It is the 06 of Doug Sigmund out on the track. Doug Sigmund out of Conover, North Carolina. Jim Beam, the sponsor on that machine, working his way around. Let's see what he lays down for his first qualifying attempt here tonight. It's going to be a 12.557 is what he puts down on the track. Second attempt here tonight as he crosses the start-finish line. Will it get any better? It's going to be a 12.714 for the 06 of Doug Sigmund. Bruce Jones, the 27 car on the track now, working his way around. Known as Moses out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Farlow Motorsports, Buffalo Wild Wings, the sponsor on that car. First lap around, a 12.731. And Bruce Jones locking it down with a 12.492 straight to the top. Number 25 of Joseph Palmore, on the track now. Palmore's first time. Out there straight to the top of the 12.290. The Buckeye Bullet from Columbus, Ohio, Farlow Motorsports. DeWalt Tools on the sponsor. That actually has got Jakes on there tonight. And on the track next, Mike Journeau, the number 73 car on the track. Mike Journeau, Mike E. out of Hamilton, Ontario, Ramrod Racing. Humberstone Speedway, Davidson line marking. He's going to be fourth quick with a 12.673. Next onto the track, the number 5 of Phil Daniels Jr. Phil Daniels Jr. making his way around the track. First time around was a 12.583. That's fourth quick. Second time around, let's see what he lays down, a 12.668. So he is still going to remain in fourth position with that 5.83 time. Bruce Perry on the track now, the number 6 car out of Cornwall, New York. Cotton Perry Motorsports, Perry Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Weissman Manufacturing, the sponsor on that car, the number 6 of Perry. Laid down a 12.505, third quick on the first lap, second lap. Even faster, 12.308, he's going to go second quick. Terry Dunnett on the track, the number 77 car. Terry Dunnett out of Quincy, Illinois. Folkaway Racing on the car. Dunnett's time, a 12.851 the first time around. Second lap, let's see what he's got. Can he break the top 5? Currently running 7th. And Dunnett will remain his second lap just a little bit quicker, a 12.730. Will hold on to 7th position. The number 46 of Ron Quinzel out on the track from St. Petersburg, Florida. Live Strong Chevy and a Beast chassis on that car. First time he laid down tonight, a 12.566. That's right at the top 5 mark, 5th position. Ron Quinzel for the second lap. Even quicker, he's going to go up 4th, edging out Doug Sigmund with a 12.531. Edging out that 12.714 set by Sigmund earlier, so Sigmund will fall back to 5th position. The number 17 of Jim Vig on the track now, known as the captain. The Castaway, New Jersey, FHR Racing, Advanced Auto Parts, TK Racing engine with a Beast chassis as well on that machine. A 12.532, 5th quick time, first time around. Second time, Jim Vig. Will be a little bit slower. It's a 12.751, so Vig will hold on to his 5th position slot. The 72 of Ray Farlow on the track. This guy is the legend right here. Ray Farlow, the Sophia Satellite, Farlow Motorsports, Grass, Guest Performance Parts, Hoosier Tires, Speedway Toyota, the sponsors on that. It's got a Spike chassis on it. First time around, a 12.565. That's 7th quick. Let's see what he's got this time around. Can he get it any quicker? And he does. He's going to go straight to the top with a 12.223. So Ray Farlow making it faster on that second lap. The 83 of Dan Holmes on the track now, folks. Out of Tewksbury, New Jersey. Amsoil and Schmidt Beer, the sponsors on that car. His first lap around, Dan Holmes is going to lay down a 12.568. That's 8th quick. Let's see what he's got for the second lap as he crosses that start-finish line. Dan Holmes is going to be 4th quick with a 12.470. Pushing Bruce Jones down to 5th and Ron Quinzel out of the top 5. The number 14 of Clint Porter on the track to set down his qualifying attempt now. Out of Clayton, Indiana, Balls Out Motorsports, Kicker Performance Audio. Beast chassis, a Chevy engine. First time around was a 12.301. And I tell you what, folks, that's going to be enough for him, as the 14 of Porter is going to be 3rd quick right out there. Saw this guy last night in the Tour Modified, the 87 of R.J. Bishop on the track now, looking to put down his best 2 laps. Known as the Archbishop, Birmingham, United Kingdom, Racing Joy Motorsports. R.J. Bishop with his first attempt. Let's see what he's got. A 12.540. That's going to be 9th quick here at Lanier. Second attempt for the Archbishop as he comes off of turn 4 into the front stretch. And R.J. Bishop, can he climb it? No, he's going to hold on to it. Second lap was a little bit slower. So the 5.37 time will hold R.J. Bishop in tonight. The number 20 of James Mason on the track to set down his 2 best times. No information provided on this driver. He snuck in through the gates. His first time here tonight, 12.754. Or the 12.980 in Mason, will be 14th quick. Our 15th qualifier. To qualify now is Jason Steinhurst. The number 69 of Steinhurst into his first lap lays down to 12.735. Known as the hippie from Toledo, Ohio, JJ Fuju. JSkids.com on the car as well. Second time for Steinhurst. It's going to be 12.605, 12th quick for the 69, a.k.a. hippie, Jason Steinhurst. Rosemary Townsend, the 55 car on the track now to lay down the best laps that she can lay down here. First time around. Oh, it's going to be 6th quick. 12.486 for Rosemary Townsend. Let's see what she's got as she crosses the start-finish line. Even quicker, she's going to be in the top 5, edging out Dan Holmes' 12.470 with a 12.435. So Rosemary Townsend in the 55 car, straight up into the top 5. Carrie Morris, the number 11 car on the track now. And a couple of these drivers here, no information provided, folks, but they are making their way around the track. 12.622, the first time for Morris. Let's see what they got for the second one. It's going to be slower at 12.688, so Morris will be 14th quick overall. Cheryl Hill on the track now, the number 13 car. And another driver with no information provided, but straight to the top 5 for Hill with a 12.392. Second time around, can she get quicker? It's going to be a 12.668. So Cheryl Hill straight up into the top 5, pushes out Rosemary Townsend into 6th position. Alex Schlatt's on the track now, the 00 machine. Schlatt's in his attempt here tonight. Let's see what he's got. He had a 24.86 for the first time around. Second time will be a 13.803. Still 20th quick overall. They will give him an additional lap. Looks like it's going to be even slower, 14.340. And Schlatt's 20th so far, quick. The number 12 of Jason Brown, known as the Nazareth Nightmare, J-Skin Motorsports. JSkin.com, double clutch engage, the sponsor on that car. As he works his way into the backstretch, putting down his first time here tonight. Let's see what the Nazareth Nightmare's got. Coming across that start-finish line. Oh, it's going to be 5th quick, pushing out Cheryl Hill with a 12.388. Here comes Brown off turn 4 yet again. Can he crack the top 4? Not quite. It's going to be a 12.466, so the 12.388 will hold. And Jason Brown, a.k.a. the Nazareth Nightmare, will be 5th position here tonight. And that looks like that is going to be your qualifying results here at Lanier, folks. We're going to go ahead and bring them up on the screen for you. So Ray Farlow with that fast time here tonight, a 12.223, edging out Joseph Palmore. Clint Porter in 3rd, Bruce Perry, Jason Brown in the top 5, Cheryl Hill, Rosemary Townsend, Dan Holmes, Bruce Jones, Ron Quinzel through the top 10. Jim Vigg, R.J. Bishop, Doug Sigmund, Philip Daniels Jr., Jason Steinhurst, Carrie Morris, Mike Janot, Terry Dunnett, Alan Truax, and James Mason through 20. And Alex Schlatt will be number 21 right there, folks. So what we are now complete in qualifying. When we come back, we are going to have some great racing coming up. We're going to have a heat event, a trophy dash, and yet the feature here tonight at Lanier. So, folks, you want to definitely stay tuned for the sprint car action ahead. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Bristol. It's the world's fastest half mile, often called the last great Coliseum. And now, it's home to the U.S. Nationals of short track racing. Your favorite short track superstars come to Thunder Valley from 6 of your favorite short track divisions. Three tiers of late models are included as they take to the high banks. It's coming May 2017. Bristol, now home to the U.S. Nationals of short track racing. Dreams will become reality.
Here at iRacing, we pride ourselves on interacting with our community and getting into the forums and seeing the discussions and doing surveys about what features and content, things that they want. It's been quite clear that one of the biggest features that people are looking for is dirt racing. You know, the first step in doing something like that was obviously our dynamic track project. It has set a great foundation for us to do a lot of different things with our surface going forward. With this dirt track project, it became evident that we needed to really become educated on what happens with dirt, not only the preparation of the track, but what happens to the surface as a race is going on. We've gotten in touch with the University of Northwestern Ohio, and there they have a terrific motorsports program, but they also have a big focus on dirt racing. They have their own dirt oval there called Lima Land. They actually have a dirt late model team and modified team as part of the curriculum for the school.
The university purchased the track for student involvement. They're out here for multiple purposes. We hold classes out here where they work on the vehicles that they build. We also have a motorsports team. They build, crew, and race the cars every Friday. So we have a huge involvement here at Lima Land Motorsports Park from the university.
And so we're sending Dan Garrison there to get educated and to learn what is different about dirt.
iRacing's traditionally done with asphalt. In that model, the track is, very stiff, and it's the tires that have the give and the bend. But when you start talking about a dirt track, the equation flips in that the track is the thing that gives and responds. That's going to be a big challenge, and it's something that we definitely want to get right.
Everybody wants different racetracks. Personally, I like faster racetracks. A dirt track fast is when you keep the moisture in it and don't let it get real hard on you. If you let it get real hard, it's just like cement. You cannot water cement. You put water on it, the water runs off. The racetrack has got to absorb the water. You got to keep a hard pan below it, but keep the loose stuff on top to make it fast.
The thing about dirt racing that I like the most is there's probably 20 other competitors on the track, but I was always taught by Mr. Knott, a guy that gave me my first sprint car ride, you're racing the racetrack. You're not racing the 20 other guys in that feature race, and you're constantly got the car in a slide. You're turning right to go fast. You have to figure the racetrack out and get your car to where it handles the best on the dirt.
It's good to kind of actually get to a racetrack that's in working condition and be able to see, okay, this is how the soil behaves and this is what it's like. And it's amazingly sticky is the thing I'm learning. It like really holds together well.
Having worked with this group of guys and on this code base now for 16 years, we've only ever done pavement. We've only ever done purpose-built, race cars that run on ovals or road courses. So it was natural. The first car that we're going to introduce for this is a dirt late model, and we've actually partnered with Clint Boyer, who has a dirt late model team, and he's given us access to his car. We've scanned it, we've photographed it, and started the data collection process with his team to understand how the car works. We couldn't ask for better data to build this dirt late model.
To be able to drive a car around a dirt track and really pitch it into a corner and get on the throttle and throw the car around a little bit and keep it under control, I think is going to be a lot of fun.
I'm very excited about this project. I mean, we have a 25+ year history of making pavement racing between Papyrus and iRacing, and this is the real first chance we're venturing outside of that. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm very optimistic that this will be launching this year.
So I'm Dan Garrison, engineer at iRacing. I've been working on dynamic track and wanted to take the lab coat off to kind of give an update on what I've been doing to enhance things on the asphalt side, what we're kind of calling the dynamic track version 2. When we started looking at dirt and the interaction between the tire and the track, kind of pointed us to some things we could improve on the asphalt side as well. We were able to kind of rework the calculations that account for heat transferring generally in the direction from the tire to the track. The track will cool a little bit faster when cars are not on it, but more significantly, cars running on the track are going to impart more energy into it, bringing the temperature up and changing the racing experience so that you do have to be wary of the track getting hot and reducing your grip. I've been rethinking some of the calculations that determine kind of how the rubber is torn, whether it's how much is torn from the tire, how much is torn from a rubbered-in track. I've made some changes so that rolling tire will pick up more rubber. We also looked at the thickness of the rubber under the contact patch and realized we can make improvements to the model there. As a result, we're able to make the tire respond a little bit more to how much rubber is there. We're able to influence how fast the track rubbers in areas where the tires are working hard. So I'm excited about these changes that we're making. The temperature in the track is going to be a lot more dynamic. It's going to mean you're going to have to dive around looking for the cool parts of the track. I think it's going to make the different lines come in and change the racing experience, and I'm really kind of excited to see how this is going to change things following the September build when it comes out.
Welcome back to the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network this Monday night. I'm Dustin Caldwell as we look to cover the JSKN Sim Racing League 360 Sprint Car Series here at Lanier National Speedway. Covered the qualifying action, looking for a little top split heat race action. We're about to bring you here momentarily. It'll be 10 laps in this heat race. The top 6 drivers, for the most part, will be battling it out here for the 10 laps. Had a little bit warmer conditions earlier. Let's take a look at the track information now. 78 degrees in the air, 55% humidity, partly cloudy, 78 degrees down there on the pavement. So looking to almost a 30-degree cool-off from the time they went qualifying. And it looks like momentarily they'll be ready to finish up their hot laps as we are following. Following Ben Dyball, one of the drivers in there now, Doug Sigmund, Bruce Perry, Rosemary Townsend, Ron Quinzel, and Ray Farlow, the 6 drivers. And it looks like Farlow just got word maybe scratching from this heat race, folks, as he looks like he might undergo a engine change. And for those of you who are joining us from Facebook, folks, fortunately, we're going to be bringing it over here to YouTube. Just a little bit too much downtime in between each session. So rather than have you wait and listen to music out there, we decided to go ahead and just bring it on over here to YouTube. And it looks like the Porsche iRacing pace cars down there on the track, they're going to begin gridding up momentarily. Let's take a look at this heat race lineup. So here we go. Ray Farlow scratching from this event. No, he's actually going to show up. So he was able to get it underway. So the 72 of Farlow on the pole position in this heat race. Bruce Perry, Rosemary Townsend, Ron Quinzel, Doug Sigmund, Ben Dyball, the 6 cars here in the top split heat race at Lanier. And Farlow having a little bit of issues there with that engine. But we are ready to go heat race. We're ready to go racing heat race style here at Lanier. If I could get my words right tonight, folks. Let's get you down closer to the track. There we go. All right, 10 laps on tap for you for this heat race. The 72 of Farlow. Ron Quinzel, the 46 machine today outside. Here we go. The pace car set to go into the pits this time by. There it goes. There's the green flag off of turn 4. And the top split heat race underway here at Lanier. The 72 of Farlow fires it into turn 3 and a little bit of spin out. Rosemary Townsend's going to feel the effect of that one. But it is Ron Quinzel, unfortunately, who will be spun out. Quinzel back in 6th. Farlow still in front of the field. 8 laps remain in the heat race. Bruce Perry back in 2nd. Ben Dyball 3rd. Doug Sigmund 4th. Rosemary Townsend back in 5th. And again, Ron Quinzel in 6th position. They're going to wind down quick. Farlow across that start-finish line. 7 laps to go here at Lanier. Bruce Perry right behind him, about almost a half a second, 4 to 5 tenths of a second gap between 1st and 2nd position. Dieball back there in third. Townsend now moving up into fourth. Got around Doug Sigmund. The 55 of Rosemary Townsend trying to fight off Doug Sigmund. 5 laps now remain. They are going to wind down quick as Farlow looking to the inside of Quinzel off of turn 4. Quinzel goes to the high side. Farlow across the start-finish line. 4 laps to go in this top split heat race here at Lanier. Bruce Perry back in second. Can see Ben Dieball closing the gap. 3 laps to go. Rosemary Townsend has some breathing room now over Doug Sigmund. Quinzel 1 lap down back behind Sigmund. The next time by, the white flag will be in the air for the 72 of Ray Farlow, who's now in the backstretch. Beautiful lap times here. Last lap time was a 12.344. Here he comes off of turn 4. Cross that start-finish line. The white flag's in the air. And it looks like Farlow is going to take this top split heat race. The question is, in second position, can Bruce Perry hold off Ben Dieball off turn 4? It is going to go to Ray Farlow. Perry second position, Dieball third, Townsend fourth, Sigmund fifth, and Ron Quinzel will round out the 6 cars in this heat race, 10-lap heat race, folks. And the talk of a motor swap here for the 72 of Ray Farlow. We'll have to go down and see if he actually got it done. It has got to be one of the most world records engine changes I've ever seen. But nevertheless, this guy is definitely wheeling this car here tonight around the track. We're going to go live now with the 72 of Ray Farlow, who just took this top split heat race. How you doing tonight, Ray?
Doing good. How about you, Dustin?
Oh, not too bad. Definitely a fast-looking car out on the track. There was talk he was going to swap some engines there. Did you have a chance to get that done after qualifying?
Oh man, we really had to rush to get everything ready.
But nevertheless, it looks really solid, and you're able to bring this thing to victory lane for the heat race. Did the track play out the way it did? I mean, we're talking a 30-degree difference in temperature from the time you went qualifying to this heat race that you just run. For the most part, did your setup hold true to that, or was there any adjustments you think you're going to have to make before the feature?
Yeah, we'll make a little adjustment for the feature, but track's coming to us.
Looking forward to it here tonight. Is there any thanks or shout-outs you want to give while we got you on the line?
Yeah, Hoosier Racing Tires, Spike Chassis, Gus Performance Parts, and Farlow Motorsports.
All right, well, best of luck to you in the feature race coming up, Ray. Congratulations on your heat race victory here at Lanier.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going to see if we can get an interview here with Bruce Perry. And not looking like Perry is going to be available. But we may have a couple other interviews for you. I believe we have two more. There was 2 other heat races run earlier. And we were just covering the top split. So let's see if we got 2 other winners here that we can get from the other 2 heat races. Joseph J.P. Palmore, Mr. Irwindale himself, joins us now to talk about his victory in his heat race here tonight. How you doing, Joe?
Doing good, Dustin. How are you?
Not too bad. So you're able to come away with the heat race earlier in tonight, and tell us a little bit about it. I mean, we saw temperatures over 100 degrees during qualifying. Get out to about the heat race time, and you're going to see about a 20 to 30 degree shave off of the temperature. Did it affect your strategy overall and how you raced that heat race?
Yes, had to make an adjustment on the cross weight for the cooler temperature, but car felt good.
And you feeling pretty solid about your chances here coming up in the feature?
I don't know. That Farlow put down a heck of a qualifying lap, so I'm just going to try to hook onto his tail and hang on if I can.
All right. Well, congratulations picking up your victory in your heat race. Is there anybody you want to give a shout out to while we got you?
All the competitors. I thank everybody for showing up.
All right. Well, best of luck to you, Joe, and congratulations the victory in your heat race.
Thanks, Dustin.
Got another one that picked up a victory in the heat race. Clint Porter's going to join us now, talk a little bit about his heat race. How you doing tonight, Clint?
Doing good, man.
Well, we got a couple of different opinions here from Ray Farlow to Joseph Palmore talking about the difference in temperatures that we've seen. I mean, once that sun goes down, you're going to see a major cooler track. And with the heat races earlier tonight, temperatures probably shaved off about 20, 30 degrees difference from when you actually put down your qualifying time. But how did the car feel during the heat race?
The heat race, it felt good. It's a little tight still. I tinkered with it, trying to seeing how good it was on the short run, and it didn't like it. And Bruce there, he caught it. Had it been a 12-lapper, he'd have got me.
Well, how do you feel about your chances overall in tonight's feature?
Oh, them guys, Ray and JP and them guys, it's hard to beat them guys. They're so consistent. And if you get up there and you're lucky enough to run with them, then it's a good time.
All right. Well, is there any thanks or shout out you want to give for your victory in the heat race?
I'd like to thank Ray for all the help on the setups, and he helps a lot. He helps everybody a lot. So that's the big key.
All right. Well, congratulations picking up victory in your heat race, and best of luck to you in tonight's feature.
Thank you.
Well, there you have it, Clint Porter, winner of the third heat race here tonight. There was 2 prelim heat races that went on before the broadcasted top split heat race. So we are getting ready to roll now, folks. We are going to go to a commercial break, a short commercial break. When we come back, we are going to have some feature action here at Lanier National Speedway this Monday night. So you definitely want to stay tuned here on the Digital Forge Broadcasting Network.
Bristol. It's the world's fastest half mile, often called the last great Coliseum. And now, it's home to the U.S. Nationals of short track racing. Your favorite short track superstars come to Thunder Valley from 6 of your favorite short track divisions. Three tiers of late models are included as they take to the high banks. It's coming May 2017. Bristol, now home to the U.S. Nationals of short track racing. Dreams will become reality.
iRacing.com is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all over the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics and engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. iRacing's web-based interface allows members to compare stats and test drive any combination of car and track instantly. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 60,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsport organizations like SRO Motorsports Group to deliver virtual races based on the real-life Blancpain GT Series. iRacing's Blancpain Endurance Series features team racing, giving members the ability to build a team and participate in races ranging from 3 hours to 24 hours. Additional partners include NASCAR, IMSA, V8 Supercars, IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own 24 hours of Spa, Bathurst 1000, Daytona 500, and many more. iRacing.com, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car.
Good Monday night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Lanier National Speedway. I'm Dustin Caldwell for the Skin Sim Racing League 360 Sprint Car Series. It's going to be 40 laps of feature race action taking place tonight here at the 3/10 of a mile track. Race conditions as we bring it up on the screen here at Lanier National Speedway, the 3/10 of a mile track. 78 degrees remaining in the air all the way from qualifying. Is going to carry on to tonight's feature, as well as the humidity and the sky, which is partly cloudy, but a matching 78 degrees down there on the track. Temperatures we saw in the heat races. Can only imagine what these drivers are going to see when that green flag falls here tonight. Week number 3 in the 360 Sprint Car Series. If you tuned in during qualifying, you would have heard me talking about it earlier. Palmore, Joseph J.P. Palmore coming away with the victory. Week number 1 at Irwindale. And that was back on December 12th. The last race these guys and gals I should say, saw was on December 19th at Five Flag Speedway when Ray Farlow picked up the victory there. So we are in week number 3, ready to go racing. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here tonight. In the pole position for your tonight's feature action is going to be the 72 of Ray Farlow to the outside, the number 25 of Joseph J.P. Palmore. Two winners up front, 1 and 2 here tonight. Jason Brown, the Nazareth Nightmare, back third inside of that second row. To the outside, he'll have the number 6 of Bruce Perry. The 27 of Bruce Jones rounds out your top 5, and to the inside lane of row number 3, the 28 of Ben Dieball will be to the outside. Row number 4 is going to see the number 17 of Jim Vig. On the inside lane, the number 13 of Cheryl Hill will be to the outside. Brad Spittle, the number 5 machine, back inside of row number 5, the 55 of Rosemary Townsend, rounding out your top 10 and completing that 5th row. Looking on back, the number 11 of Rodney Evans will be to the inside of row number 6 as Doug Sigmund, the 06, will be to the outside of row number 6. The number 83 of Dan Holmes and Jason Steinhurst will share a row, as well as Ron Quinzel, Mike Journeau, Terry Dunnett, Philip Daniels Jr., Alex Schlatt, R.J. Bishop through 20, and James Mason, the 21 car field you're going to see here tonight for the feature race at Lanier National Speedway. The roar of those sprint cars making their way around the track for the final pace lap. And we are ready to go racing. The pace car will be diving into the pits this time by week number 3 coming at you. Pace cars into the pits. Here we go off of turn 4. Green flag flies and we are underway at Lanier National Speedway. And a nice little doozy into turn 3 as Farlow to the inside of Palmore. Palmore screams by that start-finish line. He's going to be credited with that first lap led to the outside, and he's got the momentum. Can he hold on to it? Side-by-side action in lap number 3. And again, Palmore just a nose over Ray Farlow. 2 laps led tonight. They continue to battle off the 4th turn, deadlocked up front. Back in 3rd position is Jason Brown, Bruce Jones, Cheryl Hill, your top 5 here on lap number 4. And Palmore's going to lose this time around as Farlow had a nose out that time. So he'll get his first lap led of the night, the pole sitter here for this feature race. And now Farlow in the lower groove, starting to edge out Palmore. And take a look back in 3rd as Jason the Nazareth Nightmare Brown to the inside of J.P. Palmore. Side by side for 2nd, but it's going to be faded off of turn 4. Brown to the high side. Palmore comes back down into the lower groove. Farlow pulling away for almost to a 4/10 of a second race lead into turn 3 here on lap 7. These guys are going at it in 2nd position. Palmore to the inside will win the battle off of 2 here on lap number 8. And Brown falls back to 3rd. Oh, and a little bit of contact, and Palmore is going to be spun out in turn number 4. Let's go back and take a look at that replay. This is a few laps before the incident. And a crossover move right there, and that's what's going to bring contact as the right front wheel of Jason Brown is going to tag the back left of Joseph Palmore, spinning Palmore around. He's going to stay on the throttle, trying to keep that car from spinning out or riding up the track. And it's going to be a little nudge there he's going to get from the 6th machine. And that, unfortunately, will relegate the 25 of Palmore back into 18th position. Week 1 winner, also tied with Ray Farlow coming into week 3 here tonight. Tough break there for that 25 machine. Just a good, hard fought for a line, and Jason Brown, the Nazareth Nightmare, trying to get a little crossover action before turn 4. Fortunately, resulting in the first caution here of the night. Heading towards lap number 13, the sprint cars tonight, folks, and every night of the race that these guys see the track, they are single file restarts. There's no double file restarts with these guys and gals out there. Speaking of gals, how about that 13 of Cheryl Hill back there in 5th position, rocking that pretty in pink, or lavender even, if you want to call it. Here we go. Pace car set to go into the pits. This time by. There it goes. Farlow to set the pace. Out of turn 4. We're back to the race. On lap number 14. And Farlow wastes no time. 4/10 of a second lead as he fires it off of turn 2 into the backstretch here on lap number 15. The number 12 of Jason Brown in second, trying to climb towards the 72. Rear end. What a battle back here for third, as Bruce Jones trying to hold off Ben Dyball. The 28 of Dyball really putting the pressure on the 27 of Jones as they come off turn 4. And now Jason Brown closing in on Ray Farlow, heading towards lap number 18. Just about a quarter second back. He's going to be about 3/10 though, coming off turn 2, looking a little bit slower, as Ray Farlow is one of those stonewall guys that you have got to face. He is very, very less likely, and I'm going to use correct English here, very less likely to make any mistakes. So if you're Jason Brown, you need to bring your A game, the game of perfection, to go up against the legend like Ray Farlow just ahead. And Brown right now is holding on to it as the Sophia Satellite currently leads off of turn 4. 17 laps led now for Ray Farlow. Lap traffic up to the high side. The number 12 of Jason Brown still trying to hold on to it, as we see a nice little battle and near contact in turn number 4 from Ben Dyball to the lap car. Bruce Jones had some pressure from that 28, but the 28's going to back off as he almost made contact with the lap car to the high side, had to check up. Past the halfway point tonight here at Lanier. Week number 3, Ray Farlow into turn number 3 here on lap 23. Can I get another 3? I'll give you another 3. Jason Brown back in second position is losing time off the pace now. The gap has extended to over 0.6 of a second, as Farlow is just not making any mistakes. And Brown has a little bit of a push to him in the first couple turns. Speaking of the push, the 27 car's trying to hold on to it, as now Brad Spittle, the 5 machine, joins the mix in the battle for the hunt for third position, trying to steal away not only from Ben Dyball, but trying to get away from Bruce Jones as well. Jones currently in third position, and Dyball's in 4. Spittle right back there behind Dyball. These guys are battling hard in the backstretch here on lap 27. Brown, though, has regained some time, picked up 0.2 of a second, back behind the 72 of Farlow, and trying to close that gap yet again. A little slide action there coming off the turn 2. He's trying to use the apron underneath the dotted yellow line. Into lap 29 they go. Time is running out. 11 laps will be at the line when Ray Farlow crosses it. He's led 25 of this race, and Jason Brown chasing down the 72. Can he do it? What a battle we have got back here for third. Bruce Jones still holding on to that third position slot. It's Dyball and Spittle back there eager to get around the 28 machine. Can they do it, though? 10 laps remaining now here at Lanier. These guys are fighting for every inch out on this track, guys, gals alike. Cheryl Hill, who's been up in the top 5, currently running 7th. Back there behind the 21, which is an actual lap car. That is James Mason. Hill to the inside of Mason now in turns 1 and 2. She's back behind the 17 of Big. 7 laps to go as Ray Farlow just under 0.4 of a second gap now from Brown, and the Nazareth Nightmare's gonna wreck.
All right, man, caution is out.
He's gonna wreck. Got way loose on the entry point to turn 3. And the hopes and the thoughts of getting up to the 72 of Ray Farlow diminishing with that little incident right there. Let's go back and take a look. We're going to go on board with Jason Brown for this one, folks. A little overdrive into turn 3, and the 12 car, the Nazareth Nightmare, is going to go for a roll, an unexpected roll. Looks really loose. He's trying to get on the throttle, hits the inside wall, and a tough break there. Nearly knocking off the camera up top of the machine. And he'll be down on pit road. I doubt we will see him back out. There is still a chance we're going to see a 1 to 2 lap shootout here tonight, bringing Bruce Jones up into second, Ben Dyball third. Here's a look at your race summary, folks. 36 laps completed, 1 lead change, 2 total cautions on the night. Your top 5, Farlow, Jones, Dyball, Spittle, and Fig. We may have a green-white checkered, folks. The way it looks, the lights are going to be coming off with 2 to go, and it'll be a 1-lap shootout. Here we go. We should get the 1 to go signal from the flag stands. Lights will be coming off the pace car this time by. It's going to be a green-white checkered here at Lanier. 1-lap shootout. Can Bruce Jones catch Ray Farlow? It's got to be the restart that he needs. Otherwise, Farlow's going to lock this one up and have a second victory in the 360 Sprint Car Series. We'll find out shortly. Here we go. Pace car set to go into the pits. There it goes. Farlow set that pace into the restart box. Takes off. The green flag flies. And the white flag's in the air. And it's going to be a short John here for the 72 of Ray Farlow. Nobody's going to catch him. A half a second lead. Takes the checkered flag at Lanier National Speedway. What a battle for second as Bruce Jones held off Ben Dyball and Brad Spittle in fourth. Jim Fig rounding out the top 5. Fireworks in the air. The blimp right above him. You can see at the bottom of your screen. And there is your winner tonight, taking his victory lap, the 72 of Ray Farlow. And Farlow down on pit road, eager to get through tech inspection. Should see him come back out here and pose for us a little bit. Going to come back out on the track. Going to come down to victory lane and do a nice little pose. Right there is your winner tonight, the 72 of Ray Farlow. What a job. 37 laps led out of the 40. And the other 3 laps going to the 25 of Joseph J.P. Palmore. I'm going to bring the results up on the screen for you folks. Right there it is. We'll have an interview with the top 3 drivers momentarily. We're going to go ahead and get a couple of interviews before we get the top 3. We're going to be joined now by Joseph J.P. Palmore. And a tough incident here tonight. You looked really solid battling with Farlow up in the top. And it looked like Jason Brown just got underneath you there on the entry point to turn 4, spinning you around. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I knew I had to catch Ray early if I was going to catch him at all. So I was really trying hard to pass him there. And, just a racing incident, short track racing. That's what it's all about right there.
And definitely looked like Karma came back and got Brown late in the race as he actually spins in turn number 3. But thoughts on coming in tonight? I mean, we talked to you a little bit earlier after winning the heat race. Did you notice any adjustments that needed to be made, and did it play out in your favor?
No, actually, the car got really, really tight on me there. Don't know what happened. Dustin, I had the same setup I did when I qualified and the same track temp. So I don't know if the rubber build-up on the track just got to me or what, but that was just way too tight to run on the outside line there.
Well, it's just a tough incident to see here tonight, though, Joe. We look forward to seeing some more action coming out next week when we roll into Iowa.
I'll be here.
Well, there you have it, folks. Joseph J.P. Palmore battled with Ray Farlow early on. And another guy we're going to get an interview with real quick here, Jason Brown, who consequently got into Palmore, causing Palmore to spin out. And then later on in the race, you have a little self-spin out on the entry point to turn 3. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, I ran out of talent going in turn 3 there, trying to catch Ray, just pushing too hard, try to catch him. If I had been a little bit more patient, I think I had a faster car, but laps were winding down and just pushed a little too hard and couldn't recover. The deal with JP, I just same deal, being impatient and try to make her move there down low. My car worked really good with using the transition there from the apron up onto the track to help the car turn, and I was able to make some pretty good gains down low on guys, and in that case I just kind of committed to the crossover, try to get back under him and got into him.
Well, a tough break here tonight, both being in contact with Palmore and a self-spin there in turn 3. Heading into Iowa next week, we look forward to seeing some great things out of you, Jason, and an excellent job done here tonight. Just hard racing incidents and tough break there at the end.
Yeah, Iowa's usually a good track for us, so I'm looking forward to that. And I want to thank Spike Chassis for supporting us, and Double Clutch and Gage for their support.
All right. Well, best of luck to you next week when we head into Iowa.
Thank you.
All right, folks, we're going to get some top 3 interviews now. We're going to be joined by the number 5 of Brad Speidel out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania, Allbach Racing. Brad, what a night for you. Hard-fought battle here with Ben Dyball and Jim Vig as well. Jason Brown spinning out brings you guys up one position closer towards the front of the field. And that final green-white checkered we've seen here tonight, how intense was it to hold off the 28 of Dyball?
It wasn't intense of holding them off. I had to pass them to start with.
Well, definitely once you got around them, though, you guys have been fighting. I mean, you were behind him there a little bit as Jones and Dyball just ahead of you for the most part of the race. They were battling out for 3rd, and you were back there in 5th position trying to sneak in underneath Dyball a little bit, and you actually do pass him and finish 3rd here tonight. But is there any point of the race you'd like to discuss?
Oh, the whole race. Man, I started, 7th, made it up to 3rd. It was nonstop passing.
Definitely a great race indeed. Is there any thanks or shout-outs you'd like to give for your 3rd place finish?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Chase, or Spike Chassis, and Jason for putting the all on, and you for covering it.
All right, well, congratulations. We look forward to seeing more action out of that 5 when we roll into Iowa next week.
Thank you.
There you have it, folks. The number 5 of Brad Spittle coming in 3rd position. Hard-fought battle there with Ben Dyball. He's able to get him around him close to the end and actually catch that 3rd position slot. Going to be joined now by the number 27 of Bruce Jones. Bruce Jones, a.k.a. Moses from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Farlow Motorsports, Buffalo Wild Wings, and Amsoil and a Spike chassis on it as well. Hard-fought battle here tonight, Bruce. You're fighting hard there for third, trying to hold off Ben Dyball for most of the race, and then we see Jason Brown spin out. You're able to come up into second position, and green-white checkered was a hard-fought battle there at the end as well. Tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I got really tight shortly after the start, so I was basically trying to hold off Ben as best as possible, just trying to drive a low line, and if he wanted to go around, he's going to have to go high. And then on the green-white checkered, that was same thing. I knew he was going to try to go high on the, I thought anyway, in turn one, and I looked back and looked like he did, and maybe somebody got under him, I think, at the end there.
Well, next week we roll into Iowa. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts on that race as far as the competition you're expecting to see there.
Iowa, as far as the sprint car is concerned, is like Talladega or Daytona for a stock car. It's one of the big tracks that we run, I think, and it's really fast, and guys get hooked up, and there's really a good show there. It's a lot of really good tight racing on a big, wide track.
Well, definitely looking forward to it. Is there any thanks or shout-outs you want to give for your run-up finish tonight here at Lanier?
You bet. The boss, Ray Farlow, thanks a lot for having us on board, and all the teammates, JP, especially with the setups, and Buffalo Wild Wings, and Amsoil, and Spike. Thank you.
All right, congratulations. We'll see you next week at Iowa.
You bet. Thanks, Dustin.
All right, we're going to go live now with the guy who's no shy to victory lane at all. And Ray, tonight, victory number 2 here in the 360 Sprint Car Series, sponsored by Spike Chassis. You pick up the victory, and in fashion. I mean, you had some guys up there for a while there. Palmore was really putting the pressure to you. Then Brown was coming back on you. He self-spins, and then you had that green-white checkered, which you just launched out to a half a second lead. Pretty much all she wrote after that. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts coming into the feature and how it played out for you.
Well, it worked out good. I hate that happened to JP. Me and him had run really close, many times. And I hate to see him get wrecked out. We was real close in points. But yeah, I sort of expected a few more cautions, and I might could have done a little something else to the setup for that, but it still worked out good.
Well, excellent job as always, and you're one of the tough guys that rarely makes mistakes out there. It's like once you get hooked up in a line, you're just on a rail, and one of the tougher guys to beat. What kind of things we were talking about here tonight, as Jason Brown was trying to catch you, he would fall back to about 0.6 of a second, then he'd try to climb up to a 0.4, and he was really driving the wheels off it, trying to catch you. So just a excellent job done here. And next week we go into Iowa. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts at that track. How do you feel in regards to possibly picking up your third victory?
I don't know. Iowa, that's a bigger track, and I struggle a little more on the bigger tracks. But I don't know. We'll see.
All right. Well, do you have any thanks or shout-outs you want to give for your victory here tonight at Lanier?
Yeah, Hoosier Racing Tires, Spike Chassis, Guest Performance Parts, and you for broadcasting it.
Well, congratulations, Ray. Victory number 2 in the 360 Sprint Car Series, already setting a tone to make these guys going to have to work not even double, but even triple harder to try to even catch you here now and trying for your what if you catch a victory in this series, how many will that make overall for you now?
I'm not sure.
There you go. A modest man who never keeps count. Congratulations again tonight, Ray, and we'll see you next week at Iowa.
Thanks, Dustin.
There you have it, folks. A man who just enjoys racing so much he doesn't really mind seeing victory lane, but he just loves the action out on the track. So look, we'll take a look here at the final results. They've been up on your screen. The 72 of Farlow, the 27 of Jones, the 5 of Spittle, the 28 of Dyball, the 17 of Vig, your top 5. Cheryl Hill comes in 6th position. Doug Sigmund, 7th. Jason Steinhurst, Dan Holmes, Joseph Palmore rounding out the top 10. Looking on back, R.J. Bishop, Mike Journeau, Philip Daniels Jr., James Mason, Alex Schlatt, Jason Brown, Bruce Perry, Rosemary Townsend, Rodney Evans, Ron Quinzel through 20. And as we take a look on back, the 21-car field was only 20 tonight, as the 77 of Terry Dunnett not able to make it out to the grid. Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast of the J Skin Sim Racing League 360 Sprint Car Series, sponsored by Spike Chassis. Folks, if you'd like to know more about the league, find them on the web at league.jskins.com. If you'd like to know more about Forge Broadcasting, find us on the web, forgebroadcasting.com. Coming up tomorrow night, the Can-Am Series are going to be back in action as they'll be taking on Southern National Motorsport Park. We're off Wednesday and Thursday. We'll be back on Friday with the Loose Lug Nuts Bump and Run Friday Night Series at Dover. And we'll be back at Southern National Motorsports Park on Saturday for the Cars Esports Tour. That will do it all for here tonight, folks. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I'm Dustin Caldwell saying thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Good night, everybody.